Hello and welcome back to Luxuries Outdated, where I go through a seemingly never-ending conveyor belt of conversions of Outrun. Today it's the turn of the Master System and its cousin, the Game Gear. So first of all, let's get the Master System rolling. Here we go, first person cam. And we'll get that cartridge into the console for you now. Just don't know why I'm showing you there, but that's a Master System 1 if you haven't never seen one. So I've gone through the three of the 8-bit machines, the Amstrad, the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum, and I've gone through the Atari ST as well on the 16-bit side of things. The Master System, it's an 8-bit machine, but it's graphically quite often comparable to the 16 bits. So what we'll do is we'll switch to a nice bigger screen through the wonders of magic and emulation. So there we go. So first of all, it's nice and colourful. It's not quite up to the level of 16-bit machines, but it's pretty good graphically. Very fast. You get a nice 3D road there. It's not flat. Little bit of corruption on the cars there as they pass right by, but it's good. It's good so far. Seem to be missing the some lines in the road. Seem to be missing the beach huts that were part of most of the other conversions. But for everything else there. Oh, the sound. The sound isn't brilliant there. Oh. But the music's not quite as good. It's actually, I think the Commodore 64 has much better music than this, but it's not too bad. Again, nice and fast. This is the standard version. There's actually a 3D version of this as well, that worked with the Master System 1's 3D glasses, which were way ahead of their time. They're shutter-based ones, as opposed to the old blue and red ones. Oh, there we go. Deliberate crash for me, of course, just to show you the animation. A bit flickery there, but no, it's all pretty good. 3D version, very hard to get hold of. It's quite rare. I was lucky enough to pick this up off eBay, but I don't think I have the funds to pick the 3D version up. Fork in the road. Okay, it's a bit blurry there, but there we go. We're going to take the slightly harder route this time. May not have mentioned in the other reviews, but the difficulty in Outrun is controlled a lot by which route you take. Routes to the right are harder than routes to the left, so it's worth bearing that in mind if you're playing. So there we go. Oh, some road signs, very good. Control-wise, it's very good as well. You got the use of two buttons now, so accelerator and brake, tapping up and tapping down to your gears, and left and right control. It's very fluid, very easy to use. Another road sign. So far, this has been the probably my favourite version. It's nice and fast. It looks good. It mightn't be quite as good as the ST, probably had better graphics, but it's very good. Oh, there we go. Another deliberate crash by me. This was recorded on Kega Fusion, which is an emulator, because it's just too hard to really see it on screen. And plus, you probably see the back of my head while I was playing, and that's not much fun. If you're ever recording stuff to YouTube, by the way, from Kega Fusion, don't. Basically, it's a nightmare. I had to convert AVI files left, right, and centre. So it's actually very late at night now doing this because I spent bloody hours converting them. So there you go. That's the magic of how I do things. So there you go. Nearly. I don't think we're gonna. No, we're not gonna make it there. So Master System version of Outrun. Probably the best so far, nice and fast. It's probably the best conversion you're going to see before we start dealing with the Mega Drive one. And obviously then the Sega Saturn, but as far as I know, the Sega Saturn one is either emulation or very close to it, so that will be obviously nearly arcade perfect. But good, enjoyable. So we're going to move on now, and we're going to look at its cousin, the Game Gear. Now, you can actually play, if you have the right converter, you can actually play the Master System version on the Game Gear. It looks a bit silly sticking at the top, but it's playable. The architecture is that close. The Game Gear version, though, is a completely different game. Sorry, lost sound there for a second. Yeah, as I was saying, two different versions. The Game Gear version, completely independent to its Master System cousin. Very good, though. Very good. Nice and fast. Graphics, obviously, they're not quite as good as the Master System version. It doesn't need to be because it's on a Game Gear and it has a lot smaller screen. But very good they're detailed enough nonetheless. It's missing, or it has a lot of animation that's missing from the Master System. You've got the roadside, the beach huts there, signs and things. You've got the you'll see the sea in a minute there. It's quite fast. It's also very hard. The hardest version of this I've played so far. One thing though, it includes an extra version of an extra gameplay option, which allows you just to race against one other car. So it's a bit like the some of the later Outrun games had you racing against a rival, and it's that kind of idea, which is very good. So it's, as I said, it's a completely independent, separate game to the Master System one. So if you have the Game Gear one, even if you like me and have your huge game Master Gear converter and have your game your Master System cartridge sticking out of your Game Gear and you play it that way, it's worth trying to get hold of the Game Gear version as well, because they're both two different games. So probably even though I did find a couple of faults, I think the Master System version is probably my favourite at the moment of all the conversions. I'm looking forward to, I'll be reviewing the Mega Drive one and the Amiga, which are the last two 16 bits in the selection of consoles and computers I'm going to review. I could go, I mean, there's more. There's an MSX version, there's an MSX2 version, there's a PC Engine or the TurboGrafx, depending on where what part of the world you come from. There was a DOS version of it as well. But I'm trying to kind of limit this to just consoles and computers I would have had access to. So this is where we are. So at the moment, definitely loving the Master System version. The Game Gear one is good. The Spectrum one, well worth a look if you have the hardware to run it, or even want to try to emulate it. Commodore 64, it's good. We'll say no more about the Amstrad one because it's not very good. So there you go, Outrun. I'll be back with the Mega Drive version, hopefully, and the Amiga version, but we'll just see now if no, we're not going to finish this here. But yeah, there you go. So see you next time.